Hey guys, so I just decided to do this quick little video, just to basically kind of say sorry I hadn't been doing much lately on my YouTube channel. Hadn't been active, hadn't uploaded a video in like 2 seasons, but um, but yeah, that's probably going to change later this year. For right now, I'm just going to do my fill out my bracket for the NCAA tournament, part of March Madness. And to be honest with you, I haven't been following much sports recently, especially basketball. So I'm probably just gonna haphazardly pick teams here. I'm probably not gonna do that good this year because I don't have time to really study the metrics and whatnot behind each team. So without further ado, the South Regional, we got UVA, the number 1 seed, should take down number 16 seed UMBC. Um, so I'm just gonna pick Creighton here because I don't know. Kansas State seems like a pretty inconsistent team. They've got blown out several times by Kansas and West Virginia, I think. 12 seed won't upset here. Kentucky moves on. Arizona moves on. Arizona is hot right now. Um, this is actually a tough one. If I'm not mistaken, Miami's been prone to upsets before, and I think it'll happen this time. Tennessee is a shoe-in to get to the second weekend. Nevada, Texas. Both teams sort of underwhelm me, especially Nevada. But I'll take Texas. And number 2 seed Cincinnati moves on. Okay, so UVA should get past Creighton. Arizona, Kentucky. This is going to be a huge showdown. Honestly think Kentucky moves on. They're hot, and while they're young, they've always got tons of talent. Tennessee gets past Loyola Chicago. Cincinnati, 2 seed Cincinnati. I don't know. They don't strike me as being all that good, but I actually picked Texas for the pretty big upset over Cincinnati. UVA and Kentucky. I'll take Kentucky in that one. They have a bunch of guys that can get hot on any night from 3. And UVA does show they have range, but I'm not sure they're as consistent as Kentucky. Tennessee and Texas. I'll take Tennessee. So I think Tennessee and Kentucky will have another rematch for the Elite Eight. I think it's Elite Eight, or is that Sweet 16? Whatever. Anyway, yeah, Elite Eight. Between Kentucky and Tennessee, I'm going to take Kentucky just because why not? That's always a good pick. So yeah, Kentucky Final Four. On this side, Villanova gets by. My team is Alabama, but I'm going to be honest, they haven't done much for me recently, so I picked Virginia Tech to move on. Murray State is not the Murray State that they were like a few years ago, and they were like 26-0 to start the season. So West Virginia moves on. Wichita State moves on. This is a toughie. St. Bonaventure and is that UCLA? I think that's the two in the playing game. You only live once. Whatever. I'm going to take St. Bonnie if they're the ones that get by. Actually, either team could upset Florida, so that's a pretty good bet. Texas Tech. They're not world beaters, but they should beat SF Austin. Arkansas picked to get by Butler, and Purdue should get by Cal State Fullerton. Villanova gets by Virginia Tech. West Virginia, I'll pick by about 10 points, gets by Wichita State. Texas Tech, whatever. I'm going to pick another 11 seed to get to the Sweet 16, like on the other side when I did. Or Texas was 10 seed, never mind, but whatever. Purdue in Arkansas. And no, that's not because I have SEC bias, but Villanova. What? Ooh, I don't know. For some reason, I think West Virginia's going to go on this miracle run, so I'm just going to pick them. Bob Huggins knows what he's doing. Going to put them as meeting Arkansas. And who goes to the Final Four here? I'm going to say West Virginia. Okay, so a 5 seed and two 5 seeds make it to the Final Four. No 1 seed so far. Let's see if that changes. Xavier should get by. They're seeded way too high, but whatever. Missouri's been inconsistent recently, but with I think his name's Michael Porter Jr. They should do fine. Florida State has been floundering in the last few months. Ohio State, South Dakota State. Gonzaga should get by. UNC, Greensboro, Houston. San Diego State's been really hot, but Houston's also been really hot, and I think they're really good, even though they lost somehow to Cincinnati in their conference championship. But Michigan has also been hot. Texas A&M, Providence for whatever reason. UNC gets by. Xavier, Missouri defeats Xavier because they could be one of the first 1 seeds to go down. Gonzaga should get by Ohio State, even though this is not last year's Gonzaga team. Houston, Michigan. I'll take Michigan. UNC, Providence. UNC, they could repeat as champions this year. Missouri, Gonzaga. I guess Gonzaga will make it far again this year. UNC, Michigan. I'll pick UNC, even though that game kind of scares me. Would scare me if I was a UNC fan. Between Gonzaga and UNC, I'll pick UNC again, like last year when they defeated Gonzaga for the national championship. And Kansas, Penn, Kansas, Seton Hall, NC State. Clemson should get by New Mexico State, I guess. I don't know. Auburn has been beat up, but I think they still get by Charleston. TCU, Arizona State, Syracuse. If it's Arizona State that wins that game, then TCU beats them, but I'm going on Syracuse there. Michigan State, Bucknell, Michigan State, URI, Oklahoma, Rhode Island is more consistent. Trey Young, kind of a flop, to be honest. Duke gets by Iona. Okay, so Kansas gets by NC State. Clemson gets by Auburn because Auburn's just not that deep anymore. Arizona State, Syracuse. I'll pick Michigan State to get by Syracuse. Duke gets by Rhode Island. And Kansas gets by Clemson. I actually picked Michigan State to get by Duke. Between Kansas and Michigan State, I'll pick Michigan State. So no 1 seeds in the Final Four this year, according to this bracket of mine. And I picked Kentucky to beat UNC in a miraculous run, and Michigan State to get by West Virginia. And I pick in this bracket Michigan State to win. They've been through a lot this year, I'm telling you. I'll just say 70 to 67. And so yeah, guys, that's my first bracket, and as you can see, I've picked a 3 seed, Michigan State, to win the national championship. But I'm going to be doing much more than just one bracket, although I'm not going to get too deep into each team or their resume, so just going to haphazardly pick them and hope for the best. I'll see you later, guys, in another video. Bye.